Hey everyone, I'm Nick, and welcome to the channel. Now, I really like to have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay in my cars, but in older cars or radios where it's wired, it can be kind of a hassle to pull your phone out of your pocket or your bag, plug it in, and then find a place to put it. Today, we're checking out the Ottocast Mini Wireless CarPlay and Wireless Android Auto Adapter. What this lets you do is convert your wired CarPlay or wired Android Auto to wireless, so you can just leave your phone in your pocket or in your bag when you get in your car. So you just have to turn on your car, your phone will connect automatically, and then you're good to go. It adds a lot of convenience, so let's check it out. So first of all, we got the packaging. It's got some nice convenient pull tabs to remove the seals. And then we have a very nice packaging, nice compact dongle with a couple adapters and a user manual. First thing we have here is the adapter itself. Very compact, nice and thin, and it's got a little button. We've got a USB to USB-C adapter right here. Looks like it has a metal shell, feels very nice. And this is convenient if your car has a USB-C connection rather than just USB-A. So if your car has USB-C, you could just plug in the adapter and plug it in like this. And the last one right here is a 90-degree adapter, which is super convenient if your USB port for wired Apple CarPlay or wired Android Auto is on the front of your dash. So instead of plugging in an adapter that will stick out like this, you can plug in the 90-degree adapter and it'll just be a little more out of the way. So that is a nice touch. Now the adapter itself has a little button which we'll go into when we test out in the car, and a little LED which will display the status of the device and the connection. As far as size, it's nice and compact. Total is just about 2 inches long, and not including the USB port part, it's like 1.5 inches. It's nice and compact and nice and thin too, less than 1/2 inch. So that's what the adapter's like. Now let's go test it out in a couple cars so we can see how much more convenience you get by having one of these. All right, so we are in my 2004 Mercedes S-Class that has an aftermarket head unit with wired Android Auto and wired Apple CarPlay. So let's test it out. So I'm gonna plug in the adapter into the port right here. You can see the LED comes on, it's connecting. And we have a landing screen here, so our device name is Car28172. The last 4 numbers are going to be unique to your adapter. You can see here it's blinking blue now. And we're going to connect our iPhone. To do that, we're going to connect to Car28172 via Bluetooth. Hit pair. And we're in. So already it feels responsive, that's good. We can go into our settings, change our appearance. We'll put in standard wallpaper. And yeah, you can even go in and change from day mode to dark mode, whatever your preference is. So yeah, and we can test out music. And if you have a play pause button on your radio that works with your wired CarPlay, should work with your wireless CarPlay as well. So in Apple CarPlay, all your compatible apps will show up, which is why I have Pocket Cast, Spotify, and WhatsApp showing up in here, and all the default apps here. And we also have, if we swipe this way, a split screen mode that can show you your maps and the music that you're playing at the same time. Now let's say you have another car that has wired CarPlay only, and you want to bring your phone, and you want to bring the connection, and make it convenient and stay wireless. Well, if you just unplug this and bring it to another vehicle, you can just plug it in and it'll stay paired to your phone. And as long as you had wired Apple CarPlay, this will connect automatically, and then your phone will connect automatically, and you'll be good to go. So say you go on a road trip with friends, or maybe you travel somewhere and you have a rental car and you don't want to plug your phone in, you could bring this, plug it in, and it'll stay paired to your phone. So let's go test it out. All right, so now we're in a 2005 Yukon, and we have a standard Pioneer doubled-in head unit that has wired Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto. And we're going to test it out in here. So we already paired the iPhone to the Ottocast Mini. So we're going to plug it in right here. And it's connecting. Beep, it's in. We're on the landing screen, and we're in. That is in real time. That is really fast. That's really good. Just pick up where we were. Now if you do want to exit and go back to the head unit interface, on the other it was car, and here's Pioneer. It's got a little icon. You can just go back to the main interface right here and just switch right back. Now what if you want to connect a different phone? Let's say maybe someone else who uses your car has an Android phone. Well, it's very similar. The first thing we can do is disconnect the iPhone from the head unit. To do that, one of the ways to do it is to turn off Bluetooth and turn off Wi-Fi. That'll disconnect it. And just like in an iPhone, we can find the device. So we'll connect to that. So the adapter needs to reboot to switch from Apple CarPlay mode to Android Auto mode. And we're in. So this is standard Android Auto. We have all the compatible apps that show up on our menu. And it's great. Alright, so I know I mentioned earlier that we have a button on the unit itself, and what it actually does is if you press it once, it'll do a quick disconnect of the phone that's connected right now. So if for whatever reason you need to reset the connection to your phone, you can just press it once. It'll drop off. It's rebooting or resetting the connection. And we are back in. Now another thing to note is that this adapter will hold 2 phones in memory, and it'll automatically connect to the most recently connected phone. And if it doesn't find that phone, it should, after 50 to 30 seconds, switch to try to connect to the other one. And if you do a long press for 15 seconds on the button, it will clear the data and forget the phone connections it has. So then it's essentially a factory reset. So, you know what, we'll just do that right now to test it out. There you go. The light turned white, red, and it's back, and it's not connected to anything. Now, unless you change phones, you probably won't need to do this, but it's nice to know that it's there if you ever need it. Now, something else that's nice with this device is that you can upgrade the firmware. So to do that, you have to connect to it over Wi-Fi. So what you're going to do is go into your Wi-Fi settings on your phone. We're going to connect to car28172. The password for that is going to be the number 8 times, so 88888888. And then we'll go into our browser and we'll go to 192.168.101. And right here we're connected to the device and we have our settings. So we have our build number, our date of manufacture. This one was made this year on March 26th. We can restore factory settings from this menu. We can change some Wi-Fi settings, audio streaming settings, delayed start, which can be useful if you need the unit to boot a little more slowly. Some head units in some cars, if the adapter boots up faster than the car is ready, it won't work right. This is where you would adjust that. And then GPS setting. You can also submit bug reports, so you can put in your car make, car model, and year, and enter the description to help improve the product. And then you can update the firmware. So we have an update available, so let's update it. Hit update. Now if you only have an Android phone, there are also instructions in the manual of how to connect to it. It's very slightly different to get into it, but otherwise essentially the same. So you can see as it's updating, it's blinking multiple colors. Yep, it's up to date. You can see right here the light is white, so and then once it's updated, we'll unplug it and plug it back in to reset it. I'm gonna reconnect my phone, and we're back in. So that's the Ottocast Mini Wireless CarPlay and Android Auto Adapter. It's really convenient to convert your wired connection to a wireless connection for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and it connects really fast. If you want to get one for yourself, I'll leave a link in the video description, and I want to say thank you to Ottocast for sending me this to review. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. If you want to see more videos like this, or you want to watch me work on cheap European cars, like a Range Rover Sport I bought for $575, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.